Hello everybody, thank you for being here. I'm Coralie, I'm the Prospective Director within ELBA Group. We are specialized in travel retail, retail shopping, and I'm not here to tell you that your group is the best. You already know that, the numbers speak for themselves. But I come to tell you that a leading group must not only have ambition, but we need to have a vision and an understanding of what's coming next. So that's why we decided to tell you what's next, the future. In other words, what's the future of travel retail? So the first big key idea is to understand that travel retail is a great magnifying window of the world. As travel retail represents all the major issues and where we have to reinvent yourself, the retail system. If we reinvent the travel retail system, we reinvent the global retail system today. We have for that four major levers to understand in order the transition. First, the carbon footprint awareness. We are at the heart of the most polluting system, so the most guilt-inducing. We must assume your responsibilities and open a new path. Second is the consequence of the first. The way we travel is changing, and the real key insight into the future of this is less but better. The travel of the future must be embodied, seen as an ultra-luxury, ultra-conscious experience. Third is to understand that the airport moment is a special moment. More than a waiting game, it brings us to face extreme emotion. Boredom, excitement, fear of the unknown, letting go, the end and the beginning together. And we have to deal with that, not to create an accumulation of things to sell, to suffocate the emotion. Last but not least, the global vision, the global view of all these issues we just listed is that we clearly need to change the way we look at your audience. We are no longer consumer or traveler, but people, guests even, with increasingly important emotional stakes and stimuli. We need to move beyond simple predictive data to enter the area of a more introspective research vision and return to the field to understand this unconscious input. The thing to remember is that we need to see travel retail as an increasingly special experience, focusing on a strong, committed and engaging moment. But how do we do that? To transform travel retail, we need to create a real break with the past. But above all, we need to adopt a new way of thinking. First point of that, to do that is to enter to the CSR era. What does it mean? We have to understand that the CSR challenge is no longer a lever to be activated, but a way of being, doing, linking, relating, recounting, experiencing. The second point is we have to manage and transform your value vision. We have to put well-being and well-living at the heart of the system to create circulation, process, and interaction. So, we tell you how we have drawn up 6 application scenarios for creating this in the future. To understand them, you need to know that they live with each other. They're interconnected. There are not 6 separate application paths. The first and the priority is beyond product. Tomorrow the challenge will no longer be to sell product, but to understand the imaginary service that the brand can deploy. This will require us to go back to the real and fundamental why of the brand. Is, for example, no longer creating adrenaline doses when making coffee, but offering a physiological recovery service. Think about all connection if I think my brand like that. The second vision is learning and transmission. The point here is to understand that the brand mission is to transmit, educate, and develop the potential for greater humanity, creativity, good living together, shared dream, and an understanding of today's challenge. It's on this kind of culture that the brand must become a narrative and begin to federate. For example, a living museum, a wall to develop creativity. The third scenario is the most important, is relationship. In the living expression, all is connected. This dynamic of exchange creates balance and prosperity. It's a vision we are going to have to apply. More than just links, building, maintaining, and perpetuating relationships will be at the heart of tomorrow's challenge. For us, the transaction is definitely dead. It will be a permanent exchange between brand and emotional and citizen client to create true value. Here we are also thinking a symbiotic retail environment where everything is interconnected and biodiversity speaks to the living being we are. The fourth is caring. Caring is at the heart of value proposition. It is truly the challenge of today and tomorrow. How we propose to consumers to take care of themselves versus to be loyal. The vision of care goes hand in hand with the relationships. It also means thinking of retail as a medium for resynchronization, revitalization, and regeneration. It's a space where you can manage your emotion and your true self. The five is anticipation. We need to change the way we look at experience. It no longer starts in the store. Instead, we need to rethink the experience for the very first stage of purchase. That's of the ticket. This is where it all starts and where personalization can take place. Think of anticipation as a personal platform where everything can be envisaged. Meeting, content proposal, timer, appointment, physical shape, and where retail becomes an experience that enables digital to move away from gaming and truly gaining services. Data isn't designed to predict, but to give us the freedom to create your own experience and get to know yourself better. Data must generate free will, discernment, and help with choice versus suggestion and cognitive guidance. And last but not least, but the last, infinite modularity. The idea is to think of design and retail as an infinite spaces, consequently changing but never ending. We no longer throw things away. We plug, move, rearrange what already exists. It's a new way of designing where nothing is thrown away and where space becomes circulating, moving, and living differently at every moment. You've just seen the 6 big ideas that will shape what's come next. The real things to remember is that the future is in your hand. Travel retail now has a real role to play. It is the dawn of a revolution for our entire system. Be the actor of the change. Join us.